Hello and welcome once again from Castle de Rock. This is Reggie Scott with this week's very short movie review. Can't call it a 1 minute movie review because you can't really talk about the movie in a minute, but you can certainly do it in less than two. So I won't waste your time. Let's get into it. This week it's Star Trek Beyond, directed by Justin Lin of the Fast and Furious series, starring your favorite cast of new rebooted Star Trek characters, which means it's not your favorite cast of Star Trek characters. It's not William Shatner, Leonard Nimoy, etc. But it is Chris Pine and Zach Quinto and Zoe Saldana and the gang. This time they are off on an adventure in a distant part of a distant nebula that has not been fully explored, which probably sounds familiar to you if you were a fan of the Star Trek series. I admit I am a Trekker, so my review will probably be maybe more favorably biased than a lot of people's would be, but I can tell you this is a very good movie. It's probably the best of the Star Trek movies in the current iteration. There's a very good villain played by Idris Elba. That's not a spoiler alert. You probably figure that out from the commercials and the posters and whatnot. I'll keep the plot details to a minimum. All I will say is that the gang has to go and face a diabolical swarm of aliens as they attempt to both kidnap everybody on the Enterprise and launch a dastardly plot against the United Federation of Planets, which by this point, the United Federation of Planets, it's good to be like hippies and liberal and kumbaya, but they probably need a better defense plan because everybody and their brother keeps coming after them. But the movie itself is very well done. The acting is probably better than it has been in some of the Star Trek movies. The special effects are terrific. I would say I don't necessarily recommend the 3D version, like a lot of people. I'm not a huge fan of the glasses. They tend to take the light out of the movie and make it look a little dimmer than it should, especially in the nighttime scenes. But there's some great action sequences there. The cast seems a lot more comfortable. If you're a Trek fan, you have to go see it. You'll probably love it. If you're more neutral, I think you'll still like it. There are some third act problems, as there are with most Hollywood movies these days, but they're not too bad. And it's a pretty satisfying action adventure movie with plenty of very creative scenes and staging by Lin, who is a master at this kind of thing. My personal grade, I'd give it a B. You should definitely go check it out, and that is Star Trek Beyond, now in theaters. I'm Richie Scott, and that's my review.